Okay, this doesn't fill me with confidence. Grab a controller and kick back. This game needs a controller for the best experience. Grab an Xbox controller. How about a steering wheel and pedals? It's supposed to be a sim. Never mind. Okay, so VR is not happy. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I'm trying this out in virtual desktop at the moment, through virtual desktop. Alright, I'm just going to talk through my impressions of this as and when things remind me. So the sound, specifically going under bridges and along the pit straight, it's terrible. It gets really loud, and it just sounds, it just sounds terrible. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to give it this nice reverb effect, but it's just way overdone. So yeah, the graphics, I mean, it doesn't look bad. I wouldn't say it's the best graphics in the world, considering the original Assetto Corsa, okay, with mods, looked, in my opinion, a lot better than this. Okay, I've got to talk about the AI, because they're really bugging me now. The AI is just like the Assetto Corsa AI, the original, and not in a good way. Well, in fact, in some ways they're a bit worse. They just still do this weird jerking turn off to the side thing for seemingly no apparent reason. On the start, they have to get to their line, so they don't start when they start a race. They don't start off in a straight line. They don't tend to turn immediately. It's just plain weird. And yeah, they keep crashing into each other way too much. I get it, maybe they're trying to be realistic. Maybe they're modelled after real people. Again, with that sound, it's just intrusive. It's really horrible. And then you get away from the pits, and it goes away again, which is great. Then we get to the handling. It's not for me, is all I can say. I don't really get much feeling through the force feedback apart from this sort of censoring spring force. There just really isn't that much there. Otherwise, I mean, this is zero vibration at the moment. Going along the straight, well, there's a tiny bit, but it's barely noticeable. You don't really feel much weight transfer. It gets a bit heavier, but it just comes across as feeling like a centering spring. It just wants to straighten up. And then there's the tyre squeal when you turn. It seems like if you turn the wheel beyond sort of 5 or 10 degrees, the wheels start screaming at you, or the tyres start squealing. Something that used to be a lot worse in things like AMS2. I did not expect it from this. Like, what are they squealing for? And it's raining. I mean, why are the tyres squealing? I'm not even pushing that hard. And if I am pushing that hard, I should be able to feel it through the wheel. And I can't at all. Also not getting any wheel spin. I don't know if there's some magical stability control thing that I haven't found yet to turn off. But yeah, it's just this turning in. It just doesn't feel right at all. I'm coming from Le Mans Ultimate. I've been playing quite a lot recently, and yeah, Le Mans Ultimate, you lock up individual wheels, and the back end steps out, and you can actually feel what the car's doing. This just feels like, I don't know. It almost feels like there's like a centre hidden fifth wheel in the middle of the car, that if you try and rotate the car just a little bit more than going straight, this imaginary tyre starts squealing at you. That's kind of how it feels. It's just such a weird feeling. But again, I don't get anything through the wheel. It's just bland. And yeah, it's supposed to be raining, but there's no sense of sort of understeer here, or now I get it that it's early access, but oh, that sound. Make it stop. I can't be the only one that thinks that's just terrible, can I? Yeah. It's raining quite heavily now, but there's no difference in feel on the track. In fact, I don't need to change the way I'm driving at all. Maybe I'm just a natural in the wet, haha. But yeah, there's just no difference in feel at all. What is that tyre squeal? At least we've got rain native in this game, and we don't have to rely on rain effects through Content Manager, or Pure or Sol or whatever it is. But I should be wheel spinning at there like crazy, and I'm just not. Puts flat to the floor. At least I can accelerate out on the curb and not spin out, so that's a bit better. But the curbs here, they seem to attack you in different ways. So if you hit the inside curb, for instance, well, some of them anyway, then it just tries to spin you out. So that wasn't the jump start, but AI just don't seem to know when to go. And they just sort of weave around like they did in the old Assetto Corsa, the original Assetto Corsa. What are they doing? Sure, just brake going around that corner for no good reason, like you used to in the original game. I was going everywhere. I don't know if they're trying to make the cars more human-like and make them make mistakes, but they just come across as sloppy and as bad drivers. Where are you going, red car? And taking the inside curbs just throws the car out completely. It's best just to avoid them if at all possible. Oh, and that sound again. God, make it stop. Oh, thank goodness for that. And I'm not a fan of the human hands. Again, if we're driving, racing, they should be gloved up. Because they just look a bit alien-like. I've got the AI set to 100%, but it doesn't want to go any higher than 97. So who knows what they're actually set to. Watch them all go to the right when they start, rather than forward. There's such a heavy centering spring. Hitting the curb felt good, as in something different that you don't really get in other sims. I think I've just had an AI car go through me. I guess one of the other bigger questions is this game fun? And I don't know how to answer that at the moment. Sort of, in the same way that the original Assetto Corsa is fun nowadays. Meaning that if you want to put up with dodgy AI, where they just go slow at random points on the track, or do jerky movements that knock you off, and if you want to put up with unpredictable curbs, then yeah, it's alright. I mean, it's still racing, but you know, Need for Speed's fun, right? Do I feel that it's realistic? The force feedback ruins it for me at the moment. Comparing to the original Assetto Corsa, I don't know, I felt a lot more weight transfer, road texture details. Compared with ACC, I don't know, even ACC feels like it has a little bit more bite to it than this. Le Mans Ultimate, I think, is the winner, force feedback wise, for me at the moment. Yeah, it's just some strange physics thing going on where you just don't... the car just doesn't turn properly. And the tyre squeal sounds just need changing. So, overall, recommendations. Would I recommend this? Depends. I think it has potential. But it needs a lot of work. I'm not a huge fan and not hugely optimistic with the whole needing an online thing in order to access cars. Not a big fan of that, but we'll have to see what it's like when we get the rest of the game. Performance issues need to get sorted out. Stuttering's not too bad on this track, but it's still there. VR support is just unusable at the moment. That certainly needs fixing. So if you're a hardcore VR gamer, kind of like I am really, I don't like this flat screen business. Then yeah, probably wait for now. However, it is on at a lower price at the moment, and I guess sort of it's like an early investment thing. Part with your money now for something that's not really all that great, in the hope of getting something better when all these things get fixed, on the assumption that they get fixed to your liking. Because maybe people want the game to drive like this. I don't know. I mean, this is approachable. It's not a hard game to drive. Has its own style, I suppose. If you like the strong centering forces, Easy to overtake AI. That first warning message that popped up when I first ran the game, talking about, you know, grab a controller for the best experience. I mean, it should be go and buy a direct drive wheel. That should be the message, really. Otherwise, you're just marketing it as an arcade racer. Now, it is more than that, sure. But, okay, that was different. I'm not doing this anymore. I think this game has to get substantially better before I pick it back up again.